And both players seem happy enough. Banishing Slash, pretty good here, just as a removal spell. And Starnheim Unleashed seems like a great way to kind of take over later in the game.
Yeah, so then, as you said, this is the final, so this is really what this whole tournament comes down to. Like, being second and getting like $200 in prizes is still nice, but like I think everybody has the PT invite on mind when they join the PTQs. You probably know from days. Maybe you haven't been qualified through some systems where you were playing the PTQs, and that is really the coveted prize here. So I imagine that's gonna be really on their mind and trying to close out the last match. um, and we see kind of a pretty nice start from Rakdos, but potentially missing a third land drop. We'll see if they do manage to find it, and that
All
is
right,
that is
yeah,
cool because now we have a Fable open, maybe.
that is
Indeed.
big. Without that, I think it would have been really tough. With that,
Yeah.
so we do have the fourth land. Hold up, Wandering Emperor here. Still think that the mono white player is favored, but kind of interesting spot for sure. And what do we discard here? Do we want to keep this beetle? It looks like so beetle we can copy. Oh, we didn't discard anything. Okay, well that answers it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we want to keep all our cards. Emperor joins the fray.
So do we block the 1/1? I think so.
And then I guess that might be thrown into a dispute potentially.
Yeah, I mean the dispute's going to be a draw too, kind of no matter what. So it's fine.
No land drop sound.
I
That's a
wonder
bit
if we
awkward.
go synthesizer here or if we want to commit a 2-mana play. I guess we could do both. We could start with synthesizer. See if we hit a land because we do have 2 treasures, and then play Amble. I guess the Amble is a little bit awkward.
You could also play Anvil first and then play Synthesizer. You get guaranteed 1/1 from cracking the treasure. Then I guess you're hoping to exile a land with the Synthesizer.
Yeah, I mean we're hoping to exile a land either way, but I think we want a
Yeah.
synthesizer first. Yeah. Because we can also hit like what if we draw a Deadly Dispute off a synthesizer or something. But
Yeah.
if we don't synthesizer at all, then I understand this play.
Okay, so we're just doing okay. We could have used the loot from the Fable, we chose not to, so maybe those extra 2
Yeah.
cards could have given us a land as well.
We could have
Hindsight.
got rid of one of these 3/2s, I think, just because they're not super great in the matchup.
Yeah.
And we
They're
probably weren't
serviceable on
playing
turn
them that
2,
turn.
but yeah, but like once you get to turn 4 or 5, the harvesters become kind of just food for farewells and doom scars.
So I
Bangbuster is
assume
the
we're gonna
draw.
make another 2/2 here with the Planeswalker. Probably just pass the turn. I think I like that a
Well, we can
lot.
attack, right?
Oh yeah, and attack.
Attack for 2, that's free. And then just
Oh,
I'm gonna
now
activate now,
he's
okay.
finally doing this. That's funny to me, just because hadn't been main phasing it before, and now going for it in this situation.
The one time that you actually wanted him to just pass, they chose to do it on their main phase, which is
Yeah, well, just because
just to
there's
spite you,
maybe
Seth.
a danger of losing the Wandering Emperor, but maybe it's not that big. But
Well, I mean, it's just any removal, right? would have lost you the
Yeah, any
Emperor there.
removal. I mean, I guess his removal is mostly like shocks and things that would kill it anyways. Um, but I think there's like one Infernal Grasp or something.
There's two, I think, in the main deck. Yeah,
Okay.
but the upside is they did hit a land drop, so kind of
And
got rewarded in
these beetles are
a way.
pretty annoying, right? Like you have to pitch two cards, but remember there is this Starnheim Unleash still that is there. I
You
assume we're
also
gonna
probably
play
want
the
to.
second beetle to maximum this max pressure on our opponent's hand, or not.
Not yet.
I guess the reason not to is we don't want to lose to a sweeper effect, but I kind of like putting pressure with those.
Yeah, and I think that Mono White has to be mindful of Kiki being active next turn if it doesn't die.
Yeah, they have to deal with the Kiki here if they want to win this game.
And it goes
I
away.
think. Am I wrong? I don't know. I mean,
They still have a
okay, so they can still deal with it. They're still gonna
banishing slash,
banish and
yeah.
slash. Okay.
Counter there.
Remember your
Free
training.
attacks. Yeah, these harvesters are looking stinky now, Seth. Oh, no attacks.
Yeah,
Why are we?
yeah. That no attack doesn't make sense to me.
Can't really think of much.
All right, so
Okay, we
this is
get the
top deck
March.
mode. It's not really top deck mode. I mean, so you are top decking in a way, but you've also got you're drawing two cards a turn, and you have a Planeswalker in play and a Starnheim Unleashed Foretold. So it's not really, you know, this is pretty pretty good for the mono white player.
You do still have the synthesizer for the Rakdos player as well. And you have, potentially four treasures, or so sorry, blood tokens. So you're gonna be able to churn through the unwanted draw steps.
Yeah, I mean these 4/4 angels just kind of trade off, so it is pretty. Yeah, it's a pretty interesting spot. I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's no. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. We should definitely just make another 2/2 here with our Wandering Emperor. I believe we can do that. And that's just pretty good to just have a bunch of creatures in play.
Okay, we have three
Gods,
blockers.
to me.
Even
Yeah, like
yeah. Anvil. Okay, that's nice. Opponent's down to 13, so you know, tick
we're just
tock.
gonna cash these. Crew up Bankbuster. Yeah, we're gonna crew
Makes
it up,
sense.
I think. Then you can try to kill the Bankbuster with the other one.
Yeah, but it's not the end of the world for Mono White. They can still use one more
Yeah.
tap, and it only has one counter left, so it's not the end all be all here.
You still don't have great ways to get this Wandering Emperor off the board. Casting this Epic. Oh, okay. Well, wait a second. Epicure does it, right? Oh, no, it doesn't.
Nope.
I was thinking it dealt to Planeswalkers. No, it doesn't. Okay. Then I
Yeah,
don't understand casting the Epicure necessarily.
under the old
Because, I mean, we
Planeswalker
could.
rule, you would be able to
By casting the
redirect,
Epic.
right?
By casting the Epicure, you're kind of ignoring the fact you have these blood tokens, right? Like, you could have something potentially better than an Epicure.
Yep, I do agree with that.
Doomscar here. Pretty good.
Attack with the
Pretty good one.
attack with the board here before.
I
cheeky,
mean, if you could
cheeky
trade
attack.
off this apparition somehow before Doomscarring,
Yeah,
that would be ideal.
you would love to.
I wonder what the play is going to be. Okay, just draw a card. That's kind of interesting. Doesn't really. Oh, we do make the treasure.
We can still Doomscar if you want to.
Yeah, but we don't actually need to, I guess.
Mm,
I mean, we
interesting point. Yeah,
can, but we don't.
foretell maybe.
Yeah. Foretell maybe the Doomscar here, right? Okay.
That's also reasonable.
Yeah.
Because now we can go back to back Starheims at some point.
How we greet our enemies.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
kind
I
of
mean, we can get
seeing.
this one. You can get the Wandering Emperor off the board. It just comes at a cost, but
We are seeing a little bit here the Rakdos player struggling to really, get the opponent quite dead. They can do some chip damage here and there, but they're still at 10. Now they're gonna go down to, if you attack with all 7.
yeah, I mean, they have a lot of permanents in play, certainly. Um,
Yeah,
so
this Anvil is a ticking time bomb.
it is. It absolutely is. I mean, if we draw like a Meat Hook Massacre here, that would be insane.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's insane. That's perfect, kind of. Pretty perfect.
That's it then.
We can even cast that, but we don't need to right now yet.
I mean, I assume this is going to be a pass, but
We could cast it for 0
now,
too.
yeah, yeah, but I
If
mean,
they
there's
Doomstar
vulnerabilities. There's vulnerabilities to it dying, like
a portable hole or
portable
something, but
hole or farewell is still the card you're looking for. No farewell has been drawn this game, fortunately for Samsoni. And if you don't Doomscar here, then
I think
as it turns
I
out,
think they
this Meat Hook plus this Meat Hook is looking pretty good.
I would have been really tempted to just play there for 0, to be honest. But yeah, there are some ways that could go sideways.
Yeah, I mean, but by playing it for 0 there, you're giving yourself the protection against Doomscar. And there are 2 Foretold cards. So I think that your play makes a lot more sense when you take that into consideration. We know the Foretold cards actually aren't Doomscars, but they very easily could have been.
Well, if you're expecting Doomscar, then you for sure want to play out the Meat Hook, because then
Yes.
you're give it that's 5 damage.
Yep, no, I
But
fully agree with you.
because now the Meat Hook kind of looks, I guess it can kill some angels next turn if we can do it for enough. I think we can. For Tekanum, okay. Okay, we can get a
All right.
Lult back.
Gonna
Interesting.
grab Lolth, but we can't cast it here yet. But yeah, the Meat Hook isn't really.
Well, it's gonna be good here for a second, I guess. I'm gonna make 4 Starnheimies, and then they're gonna be swept away.
Yeah, Meat Hook's gonna be really good.
But then there's a second Starnheim. They come in pairs.
Yeah. Yeah, the second one is the real killer here.
That's I do. Yeah, I think I do like that. Do I? I think I do. Saves you a
Seems
treasure
fine.
next turn. Your opponent down to 8. Down to 7.
Yeah, so had we gone with your
Down to
play
6.
of casting the meat hook for, well, yeah. Anyways, very interesting situation. I don't know. Here we go though.
Yeah, I mean, if we went with the meat hook, then the Starhands would have been kind of killing us pretty quickly.
So it's gonna be Lolth. Make the tokens. Activate the anvil. The tokens will trigger off this meat hook. So you've got 3 more damage at least. I mean, the drains are adding up here. I think there might be enough. There might be enough going on. Now the Wandering Emperor is pretty cool because that can gain you 2 life if you want to use it on your own token. Those have
Yeah.
vigilance, don't they?
Yeah, you can't do that on the tokens. Yeah.
Yeah, they have vigilance. So
This is so interesting. Okay, are we gonna be able to burn them out?
oh,
Feel the energy of
For
battle,
putting a
then guide it like
counter?
water.
all right. I
I
mean,
mean, if you're Samsoni, you kind of
I
want
think you
your.
just kill. I think you kill this 4/4 angel that's being targeted by the Wandering Emperor, because then you get to just attack with these 2/1s next turn, which forces through more damage. I think if you just attack with everything, you can force through.
Well, if you just let this happen, you make them go down
But I
to
guess you.
4, 3.
I guess these aren't attacking Lolth, which is very. Yeah, I mean, this is fine too.
Strike fast.
Although it's still allows for a top deck farewell, I think. Maybe.
Well, now something like an Epicure takes them down to. Okay, it's a Fable.
I will get what I want.
Yeah, we need to top deck here for mono white. Although, wait a yeah. I mean, farewell would be great, I guess. Maybe.
So close.
We saw it happen in previous rounds. Not here, though.
This is so awkward for the mono white player too, because like you need to attack them, but you can't attack them because then you die to the meat hook. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
how do
you
you
can.
win here?
Oh, yeah, the game's over, isn't it?
You need
It's
to
just.
kill the meat
There's
hook, but you
just.
can't.
Yeah. I mean, there's a decent amount of answers to meat hook in the deck. To be fair, portable
Yeah.
holes, skyclaves, farewells, marches, but just didn't draw them.
Oh, okay. Oh, this
Okay,
is clever.
yeah, so still lethal. You can just attack.
That was an interesting line, but yeah.
I mean, it's cute.
They're trying, but unfortunately not gonna be quite enough.
I was expecting this game 1 to be mono white favored, which I kind of still think it was probably, but winning game 1 is pretty big for Samsoni here.
Yeah, I mean, at the end, like they were just, as I said, like the anvil was a ticking time bomb, and in the end, it went off. It went boom.
Yep. Dealt with the first one. The second anvil, though, anvil's just super
Mhm.
powerful if you don't answer it. And it turns out just better draws, I feel like,
Yeah, I mean
on
the
the
meat
red
hook
black
was
side
absolutely
there.
huge there. Meat hook, cleaning the board of the angels, which would have been a pretty fast clock, and then also, draining your opponent on every creature dying. It was just too much, and then like in the end, it was really really terrible for mono white because like you're in this situation where you have these angels and potentially you could kill the opponent with them, but then if they jump with the with the spiders, you just die to the to the triggers from the meat hook. So like there's just no way out if you can't kill the meat hook at that point.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
So
and
are we
also
gonna
with
see?
the amount of card draw that the red black deck has, it's more likely to draw
Uh-huh.
into cards like Meat Hook and
Yeah.
Anvil, like drawing multiple anvils. We shouldn't be too surprised about it because it does churn through its deck pretty well. When you talk about blood tokens, when you talk about the fables, the disputes, the synthesizers, or whatever it might be. Um, So I like the setup. I really like the setup of the red black deck here. Even though the mono white deck should have answers to everything.
Yeah, we're seeing additional Skyclaves coming from the sideboard for mono white here. So they're gonna be going up to 3.
Yeah, he's boarded in 3 out of the 4 Divine Smites. I don't know how good Divine Smite is. It deals with the Lolth. It deals with some of the
De-
3/2s. It seems okay, but it doesn't
deals with
seem.
Anvil too, right? No, no, no. It's not permanent. It's creature planeswalker. Okay,
Yeah, I think it's
doesn't
creature
deal with Anvil.
planeswalker. If it dealt with
Okay,
Anvil, it would be a
interesting.
lot more exciting. All right, this is an interesting one. 5 lands, Restoration Farewell.
Goblin on the other side, though.
Well, for me, I would keep, but I think it's super close either way, whatever you do with that
Yeah,
hand.
Rakdos has a
But I do,
fire hand, I think.
yeah. Samsoni's hand looks really good.
Mono white, bit sketchy, if I'm being honest. A little bit sketchy.
Definitely sketchy, yeah. Definitely sketchy. Um, and you hate to draw a land. Whenever you keep a hand like this, you're like, I'm not going to draw more lands, right?
I mean, we know about the Goblin, so it's not gonna matter because you're just gonna pitch some of the lands, I suppose.
Yeah, he's going to have to pitch 2 anyways.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter really that they're
March is an
flooding out a little
interesting
bit.
draw because you can just march away this anvil now if you want to.
Yeah.
Although I guess
Or
ramping is
play.
probably better. This is better because you can turn 5 the farewell, which is why these 2 cards are so nice together.
Yeah.
Um, Pitch a land and just try to like win with that with a fast farewell. And I think that is what we are going to see. I think we're going to see a turn 5 farewell. We'll see though. Or turn 5, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking if there was a reason not to sack the 1/1, but I don't think there's a great reason to not to do that. So, getting the damage in. And
I
next
guess
turn
it's
is
kind of interesting. He might be thinking, do I want to play Bankbuster if I'm going to farewell on Artifact anyway? Next turn,
yeah.
then
I don't think you want to.
probably doesn't play it.
You can activate Barons instead to use their
Yeah, you can
mana.
also hold up the Ijanjo / March.
Right. But you prefer not to
So
use them if you can, so Feral just takes care of everything. Oh,
is
yeah,
that a
yeah, yeah.
duress?
Okay. That is a duress.
Oh wow, that changes everything. That
That's
changes
dirty.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Farewell to the farewell.
that's huge there.
And Samsoni is just gonna rip this hand
Yeah, he's
apart
just gonna run
now.
away with this thing, I think.
Yeah.
He's
Now
making it
that
look easy.
the farewell is gone, and you're attacking here for potentially for you have the anvil and additional damage. I mean, we did call that Fable was one of the best cards in standard, and um,
Oh yeah,
unlike
it's
the
great. I mean,
Naya
he pitched
player,
2 lands off of that. He pitched it was
yeah,
he pitched 2 lands. He made it 2/2. It's still a good card in play that you like. Maybe he'll like march the Fable now, or whatever. It's like, in
they will probably
fact,
need to get rid of the Kiki part too. That is
there the
threatening.
the way to win this game, as it turns out, for Voice was
Mm.
probably to march that Fable immediately. Prevent the draw too. It wouldn't have been that bad because then you just don't have to name enchantments because you already have an enchantment in play. Easy to see it. Never said anything. Sorry, easy to miss it, or like to talk about it in hindsight. But like, as it turns out, it would have worked. But
Okay, so we have a Doomscar set. Does that change much?
no, yeah, I mean, Doomscar next turn, I guess.
We don't have the anvil anymore.
Are we just
We
getting
do
busy
have.
with this hive?
I kind of wanted to see that.
I kind of wanted to attack with hive here, but
Check for
now
traps
we
doesn't do
can't.
anything now.
Especially with the foretell card. I feel like a hive.
Okay,
Oh wait, we still can attack. Okay,
we have the treasure,
so
so
we're
we
we're
can still do that.
we're getting the hive going, and are we attacking with just it? Okay, all right. I like that. 3 damage, pretty important here.
So Doomscar happens here, then what?
Yeah.
You're
The question
taking.
is whether you cast the Doomscar. I guess pretty
You
much
might
have to,
wanna.
but you're just dying to these lands, like Den of the Bugbear, or if there was only not one creature land, you could field. And I think he's thinking, well, I want to field and then Doomscar, but
Yeah,
there's 2
yeah.
different lands that are problematic here. I would probably just activate Bankbusters, see what you draw, sort of a thing.
Yeah, you can do that, but
Right.
you're probably not gonna draw anything better than Doomscar at
I
this
mean, I
point
guess we
anyway.
made a 1/1. That's pretty big. Maybe we just cast. I mean, we could cast the Portable Hole on the Epic here and just pass. We have Field of Ruin and Bankbuster up, and we get rid of the thing
But
that they really want to copy with the Fable.
that is pretty scary because there's cards they could draw to copy with the
I
Geeky.
mean, we
We
see
do
the
know
other
about the
Epic
Epic
here in
Cure,
hand.
obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
But like even a top deck like Harvester wouldn't be bad here.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that can go wrong with whatever the line is here.
Yeah.
So I feel the pain here.
They're going after the Hive, looks like. So this has to mean that they are setting up a hole.
So they're gonna Portable Hole. They're gonna get rid of this Epicure. And okay, just expecting the Epicure, but okay.
All right.
Not sure how I feel about playing that land necessarily, but
Yeah, I would have at least thought
like
about
I
it
don't
for a
I don't play
second.
land in the situation until I know what I'm doing. Don't just play your
Right.
land.
Yeah.
Know what you're gonna
Yeah.
do, and then if it's important to play the land, then do it. But like think through your turn.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say the same thing. Like, it is possible that playing the land is correct, but like just split dropping on the board seems a little bit. Just think about it. If you're gonna maybe crack the synthesizer, maybe then you'd
Yeah,
prefer
it's
to wait
probably
off.
just the moment. The moment comes to you. Like it's gotten to me before where it's
Yeah,
like you're this
yeah,
close to finishing this thing.
yeah.
Um but he's now
You're
now the
very
rope is
close.
going. So what do you want to do? Do you want to crack the synthesizer, which I think is perfectly reasonable here? But then why did you play a land? You can just find a land off synthesizer. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
probably not the line we're going with. Um,
There's a line of activate
so
bugbear,
I mean, I think
attack
playing
with.
the land was wrong. I don't think we should have played the land, but uh,
So
we
activate
can.
bugbear, 4 mana, attack with everything besides the. Is this lethal for they block there, block there? Not quite lethal, but there's a lot of damage though.
Yeah, I guess we should just activate the den
Yikes!
and just. But
Yikes!
this is gonna be rough against the Doomscar, right?
This
I
is
mean,
not working out very well.
we're gonna lose the Sorin. The Sorin's just temporary, not
No,
a
this
real
is
card in hand.
though this is lethal still, Seth, because we can make
It's
a
lethal
epic cure. We can make an epic cure, make them go down to 4,
to four.
and then the
Four,
bugbear is
not
lethal.
yeah, four, four. Yeah, no, you're right. Four, and then we have the den. You're right. No, that would be lethal. So the fact that we actually wastelanded, we fielded the wrong land here. Like if they had if voice had gotten rid of the den instead of the black lands, then there would be
Yeah,
a potentially really good line this turn.
and I
But the
and I was
den
thinking at the
represents
same. Yeah, I was thinking like I
yeah.
probably want to kill this den more than the than the cave or the hive. Sorry,
Yeah, I know you were saying it, and as it was happening. So
because the extra damage
yeah,
is
good.
really especially when you're down to so little life.
I mean, if this portable hole was just a removal spell for the Fable, that would be awesome. But it's not.
Or even an instant speed removal, right? That would still work. You kill the Epicure in respawn. I guess still you still die. I guess, but
Yeah, the
yeah, if it
portable
was just
hole
like
just
one
isn't
mana,
doing it.
yeah. I mean, it's obviously always gonna be good in the matchup for Anvils, but in the situation like this, just hope that Samsoni makes a stop here or something. Just doesn't let this go through. That would be potentially devastating. Make a Epicure in response.
I mean, so is this lethal? He makes an Epicure. There's
Yeah,
seven.
4
Yeah, I
plus
guess it's lethal. Yeah, it's lethal.
1 damage to face and 4 from the deck. Then I mean, I don't see any way out of this, unfortunately. As long as we make the Epicure here. Yeah, this doesn't help us too much. Are we not gonna Doomscar?
No, I don't. I think it's. I think he's trying to hold up removal in theory or something.
Like represent the removal. Okay, interesting. There's a harvester.
Because he makes a copy of this down to 3. Yeah, fires up the den. This is gonna do it.
Even without the Doomscar being played, there's gonna be 3 creatures unblocked. Unfortunately, voice can't even represent an Emperor here because they only have 3 mana, so that's not something they can represent here. And that is Sony
Wow,
taking down
we have it. We have a
the
champion.
finals.
We have a champion.